going on, guys? Bit of a later lift today for myself. Not terribly late, but I'm headed straight from, well, not straight from work, but I had to go to straight from work to pick up this bad boy. This is the Titan log press. This is, Rogue probably makes one. There's probably other variations out there, but this is like a competition standard one, log press that I'm picking up for a friend who bought it on Facebook Marketplace. Some guy was getting rid of it, and thought it'd be good. Thought it'd be nice, and I didn't go out of my way. I work up on the north side of Indy. Well, up there, I should say. It was like a 16-minute drive for me to the town that this thing was in, and went and got it, loaded it in the car, and now we're headed to the gym. So I'm a little bit behind on videos. By the time hopefully this comes out, there will be videos before this one. A little bit behind on the videos. Don't really care all that much. Like I want to keep creating content and stuff like that, but I don't, like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to ruin time that I have in the evening to just make content, or get the content out on time, I should say, on time in quotes. But yeah, anyways, work done. Headed to the gym now. Last time I stepped on the scale, I was 250. That was this morning. Did my cardio already today, 30 minutes at lunch, did it on the treadmill. Did my cardio yesterday as well, so 2 days in a row. We're starting off really good there. I think I'm gonna do an arm-based workout today. Triceps, biceps, forearms, maybe a little bit of shoulders. Shoulders will be pretty simple. They'll probably just be lateral raises and face pulls. Triceps, man, I saw somebody doing this, and I want to try it. I want to try some like incline, like the adjustable bench. Put that at like 45 degrees and do some skull crushers like that, and see if that feels better on my elbows. Because I can really get my elbows feeling real crunchy, real bad. If I can go super heavy on skull crushers and not so much feel it on my triceps as much as I do my elbows. So I want to see if that helps the elbows feel better and hits my triceps a bit better as well. But biceps are going to be pretty simple. We're going to do barbell curls, and then I might just do some dumbbell curls after that, or maybe some cable curls. But biceps will be pretty simple. Triceps is where I can get a bit more fancy. So I might probably do skull crushers, push downs, cable push downs, and maybe behind the neck extensions. But I'm going to try and keep the intensity up, keep everything up, the pace up, my rest down, keep the weights as heavy as I can manage for 8 to 10 reps or so, trying to keep it as intense as possible. I'm talking anything over RPE 7. Now that might look like different weights on different days depending upon how well rested I am, how the weight feels that day, anything in between. And that's the beauty of basing your workouts upon RPE, or like your own like level of perceivable like intensity, is that it varies. You're not doing it by percentages. You're varying your intensity day to day, or at least there's the ability to do that, and that allows you to kind of modulate your work, so you're not accruing unnecessary fatigue and just having crappy workouts. You can still feel like you got a good workout in, even if, and trust me, I look at the numbers of what I'm lifting in terms of like the weights, say like the what number plate is on each side, but you got to remember that weight is just another measure. Sure, your goal could be to lift as much weight as possible, for, you know, whatever movement, but you also have to remember that every day is not going to be the ideal scenario for you in terms of training, especially if you're in a caloric deficit and you know, you're doing other things with your time, with your life, with your sleep, energy, that kind of stuff. Not every scenario is going to be ideal for you for lifting. So that's when having that RPE based kind of workout allows you to modulate from day to day and allows you to still train intensely, but it just doesn't have to be at the same weights every day. Then you don't have to get discouraged by the weights that you're moving and all that stuff. And I think it's great. It still lets you push it hard, still lets you keep the intensity up and get better than the day before. So that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm all about. Almost to the gym now. I have got to down my pre-workout after I cut this video here. So enough yapping. Let's cut to the first exercise. So I was able to get the bench set up how I wanted for skull crushers, and it does seem to be a bit easier on my elbows like I was hoping. The only issue is I kind of have to like crunch myself to get under here, but that's all right. Okay, let's rep it out. Okay. All right, guys, second set. Same deal. I'm gonna try and be a bit more slow on the eccentric portion to really kind of burn the triceps here. Okay. All right, like I said, trying to keep the tempo up today. Third set, we'll either do 4 or 5 total, not 4 or 5 more. Whew. Okay. Let's do one more. Then we'll move on to push downs. More. 6. 7. 8. 9. More. Whew. Okay. That's it for skull crushers. All right, let's move on to tricep push downs. All right, at the bottom of this movement, I'm really trying to, I'm not so much trying to, you could do it in a number of ways. Some people sometimes, they'll hunch over it like this, and they'll almost push it down like this. And it almost becomes more of a
almost like a dip. I like to stand a little bit like this. I'll show you. But I'm really trying to spread my arms apart at the bottom to really try and feel it, in my triceps. Really trying to pull that bar apart at the bottom. That's the kind of the cue I'm thinking of. Okay. Whew. Nine. 10. Whew. 8. Whew. 10. Okay. All right, let's do one more set. I'm gonna move on to unilateral push downs with a lighter weight. You'll see what I mean. There's a girl in the gym cheering me on right now. I'm getting kind of scared. It's my wife. Okay. Uh, 11. No, it was 10. Jeez. Okay. On to the next thing. This might be too long. Eight. 8 on each side. 8. 6. 7. 8. I can feel myself getting weaker. 1. 8. Okay. All right, let's do one more set. And then move on to biceps. 4. 6. 7. 8. 3. 4. 1. 6. 7. 8. Whew. All right, that's it for triceps. You guys remember what Lee Priest said, right? It's twice as anabolic to curl in the squat rack than anywhere else. So that's why we do our curls in the squat rack. Eight. Okay. Okay. Let's get a few more sets in, just like that. I'm trying not to like squeeze the bench with my legs. Okay. Keep this bicep pump going. Haha, two more. Tricked my body. Not really. The pump is going great. And I've got pizza on my mind. Let's finish this last set. And then we'll move on to forearms. Okay. Whew. All right, as promised, some forearms. I might not show all the sets that I do, just because you've seen one, you'll see them all. And if that's the case, I might as well just show all of them. So. Whew. Okay. With this movement, I really don't have a number of reps that I have in mind. I'm just going until I really feel a burn in this part of my forearm. That's all I'm doing. With these, I'm really just trying to crank it down as much as I can with my wrist. Trying to keep everything kind of tight up here, T-Rexing a little bit, alligator arms. And I'm just trying to use my hands to crank it down. All right, let's do one more set. Okay. Let's move on to something else. Join me down here, why don't you? This next movement, I'm going to be hanging off the bench like this with my forearms. I'll be curling it up. This is for the top part of my forearm here. Well, technically, it's the posterior aspect of like the forearm when you're in anatomical position. But, I don't know. So, okay. This really isn't the most weight that you can do, but it's, man, am I getting a burn right now. Okay. Whew. You don't need a whole lot of weight to do this movement. Man, can you get a burn with such a light weight? $14, $15. My gosh, I can barely move by the 15th rep. Let's do one more set because I can barely lift my hands as it is. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's it. Let's get out of here. Got a sick pump in the arms. Didn't hit shoulders. I'll hit shoulders tomorrow when I hit back, as well as the rear delts. Today was a good day. Took it a little bit easier. I know I'm gonna need another buffer day before I deadlift, so I'm kind of planning out when I'm hoping that I'll be peak strength again for a big compound movement like deadlift. And I think Friday will be it. So tonight, yeah, I have a recumbent bike on the way. Bought a crappy one for like 40 bucks. Gonna be picking it up on Saturday. So cardio will get done every morning. I'll just hop on it, play on my phone, and we'll get it done. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. Workouts have been great. I'm pushing as hard as I can. Obviously, I mean, I'm not pushing as hard as I can. I'm not giving myself like rhabdomyolysis,
whatever, Rabdo. Just drove past a guy, looking in my window and stuff. You'll know who you are if you watch it this far. He's a viewer. Yeah, but headed home. Gonna get some pizza in me. I've got like 1,000 calories left over, and I'm saving it for the pizza. So we'll be good to go, folks. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. You know the whole business. Content will keep coming your way as it gets edited and made. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.